today, I can say I've been cancer-free for a little over 1 year now. It's been an unforgettable journey to get here today, so thank you guys for taking time out of your Saturday, Labor Day, et cetera, afternoon to be out here with us. So, I'd like to talk to you guys about a few things today. I'd like to talk to you guys about my story, I'd like to talk to you about your story, and I'd like to talk to you about our story. Tonight, I hope we can all live for a cure. Cancer has not been an easy battle for me. I've had my ups, I've had my downs. There's not a single day that goes by that I don't think about it. I know that at any time my world could be shifted with one bad test result. I guess as they say, nothing is guaranteed in life but death and taxes. And hey, I've been scared of both death and taxes plenty of times. But these days I have a more optimistic outlook. About 9 months ago, I found an organization called the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society that has changed my life. They provide a program called Team in Training, which trains people like you and I to run endurance races while raising money for cancer research. So after I found them, I said, what the hell? I've already been through some pain and suffering, so doing a little bit of running can't hurt, right? Since joining TNT, I completed my first half marathon this past March, and I will be running the New York City full marathon in November. For those of you who don't know, that's 26.2 miles. For me, it's 26.2 reasons why I know I'm a better, stronger person today than I was a year ago when I found Remission. But the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is more than just an organization that is committed to cancer research. They've connected me with so many survivors, supporters, families, friends, and so many others who are connected to this cause. Collectively, these people represent some of the most inspiring voices I've ever heard. They have shown me that a 100% cure is possible. They have shown me that this cure will not come exclusively from laboratory research and testing, but it begins in the hearts and minds of all of us who wish to see a safer and more prosperous world for future generations. Most of all, they've inspired me to help others find their voice. That is the mission of Live for a Cure, and that is the mission of this event today. Today, not only am I appreciative of your attendance and support, but I'm interested in challenging you to see the way forward. A world where our children can live full of life and free of cancer. To understand the need for a cure, we must first understand the impact of the disease. A little over 40 years ago, the United States signed into law the National Cancer Act. This effectively became known as the War on Cancer. So how far have we come in the last 40 years? Let's start by assessing the facts. Currently, 1 out of 2 men and 1 out of 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer in their lifetimes. In 2012 alone, it is estimated that 1.5 million new cases of cancer will be diagnosed. In that same year, over 570,000 people will lose their life. That is far too many people. That's more American deaths per year than World War I and II combined. Those are our mothers, our fathers, our daughters, our sons, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our husbands, our wives, our co-workers, and so many important people not getting to live out their full lives. When you start thinking about the history of human innovation, it is hard to believe that we are still losing so many good people to these diseases. We live in a world full of advancements. We created the printing press. We built an airplane that can take us to any corner of the earth. We created the personal computer. We even put a man on the moon, yet we still haven't fully won this war on cancer. Why? That's the question the whole world asks every day. Why is this disease still so prominent in our society? What factors determine a cancer diagnosis? Why do some people lose their battle while people like myself live to see another day? What can I do to help? What can you do to help? Now, don't get me wrong. We have seen staggering progress so far. There are constantly new drugs, treatments, and research that are improving everyone's lives. A higher percentage of people are not only surviving, but living longer, fuller lives than ever before. The 10-year survival rate for someone my age diagnosed with Hodgkins lymphoma is 85.4%. However, human lives cannot and should not simply be known as percentages. Only one percentage will win this war. That is a 100% cure for all cancers. So how do we get there? Well, that answer isn't so simple. There are so many organizations working around the clock to raise money and awareness for new and innovative research. There are so many good people out there doing their part to raise money and let everyone that they know. But honestly, if you ask me, that isn't enough. Society as a whole needs to do more. We need more than money to win this war. We need to create a world that is proactive, a world that is plugged in instead of tuned out, a world that believes we can win this battle and will not stop fighting until we hit 100%. And that starts with all of us. An alert and active public is necessary to bring these issues to the forefront. That begins with being involved in the community. Every single person in this room has a network of social influence. Your friends, families, coworkers, and others can all be influenced by you. So the best thing that any of us can do is set a positive example. You don't have to be running marathons to support a positive lifestyle. There are so many causes that need help in the world. What you're doing isn't as important as the fact that you're doing something. You are setting an example. By impacting another person's life, you are setting the precedent. Just like they say in the subway, caring is contagious. As a society, our biggest asset is our ability to be leaders and ambassadors to not only our peers, but future generations. Once we are all in agreement of that, there's nothing stopping us from changing the world. All it takes is the first step. Take on a project that you know is going to help someone else. If you're already involved in something, tell the world your story. Let them see your struggle. Let them breathe your success. Let them feel your progress. I promise you that you are inspiring. The more we give back to society, the more all of us win. We live in a world where we need each other. No amount of money and power should be able to replace human compassion. If you feel differently, then I ask you to examine your own life. Think about all of the people that have cared for you. Think about all of the times that someone has helped you in a time of need. Think about the people that have raised you to help you become the man or woman you are today. The people that have cared for you unconditionally. If you guys don't have any of those people around, then I'll raise my hand. I don't even need to know you to understand that we all breathe the same air. I know that I need you as much as you need me. But more than anything, the world needs us. The world needs us to be the gatekeepers, to be the visionaries, to be the leaders we were born to be. The world needs us to believe in ourselves. The world needs us to believe in each other. Cancer is only one of many areas of the world that demands attention. It is what I've dedicated my life to, but you may find another path. The point is that you are involved in something. The point is that you are giving your time and attention. By giving your time and attention, you are inspiring. You are living for a cure. We are living for a cure. I'd like to leave you today with a few thoughts that we can all take with us into the future. I'd like you to remember that we are all connected on this earth. I'd like you to remember that we all share a common bond of our will to survive. I'd like you to remember that our history will not be defined solely by our individual accomplishments, but rather our ability as a people to rise above and meet the challenges of our time. Remember that every time a new person beats cancer, we beat cancer. Remember that every day we get closer to 100%. And finally, remember in one way or another, we can all live for a cure. Thank you.